Parents know the paying for diapers adds up pretty quickly. Now, the cost is off the charts, really, for young mothers struggling to make ends meet, especially during this pandemic. And ready to help out these mothers is Help of Southern Nevada. And as part of our 13 Days and Nights of Giving initiative, it was sponsored by the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation, we are highlighting the work of this nonprofit and also sharing its stories of hope and inspiration. And so tonight, anchor Dave Crevassier explains how Help of Southern Nevada is answering the needs of these young moms.
Shantanea has a toddler and an infant and one on the way. She has her hands full, but the bank account is not. That's why she comes to Help of Southern Nevada every week for free essentials.
And I think there's so much guilt sometimes with our clients not being able to provide. And they brought the child, they brought the child into the world, and now I can't provide diapers.
Abby Quinn says Help of Southern Nevada absorbed the Las Vegas diaper bank several years ago because it was failing and the service was so needed.
We are allowed to purchase from the National Diaper Bank, where we can get these diapers for 33 cents a diaper. No mom or dad would ever want their child to sit in a diaper, and that to make that decision of having to keep your kid in like a dirty, that's just like, no one should have to go through that.
And with Help, diapers is just the start of what they freely give Shantanea.
Well, they help me with diapers and stuff and fundings, as in, I need help with, jobs.
A lot of our clients in our Baby First Services program are young first-time mothers. And they are coming from situations where the parents kicked them out because they were pregnant, or their parents aren't able to help them financially.
Dave Crevassier, 13 Action News.
And Help of Southern Nevada's services to this community, they're certainly broad and deep. And so if you'd like to help out, well, a $50 donation, for example, provides 300 diapers to their diaper bank, rather. And for more information, you could go to our website at ktnv.com. Well, there are still plenty of chances to help local firefighters make this Christmas special for thousands of kids in need. The Fill the Truck Toy Drive is now going on each weekend until Christmas. Local firefighters from all the departments, they are out at several Walmarts. They are also collecting some unwrapped toys and gift cards. They hope to help about 28,000 kids in our region. And Henderson firefighter Mike Schrader says that the magical moment really comes from delivering the gifts to all the kids.
And it's just the excitement and the rush of just having a fire engine drive through, and the lights and sirens, and then just having Santa there and then passing out all the toys. It was just an amazing experience.
The firefighters are going to be back out at several Walmart collection sites. That's going to be next weekend. There are also, by the way, some drop-off locations as well. And we do have all that information. It's on our website at ktnv.com. All right, to our forecast now. And these overnight lows starting to get near the freezing point here, Austin.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cold here tonight, Todd, especially on your way home after work tonight. We'll be dipping down possibly into those mid and lower 30s. Right now, though, as we look out over the Las Vegas Strip, we're sitting at 45 degrees at McCarran Airport. The winds are also pretty light there, moving out of the east at 5 miles per hour. But again, expect that cool down to continue through the night. Dropping down on average will be 35 degrees depending on where you are in the valley. You'll also see some of that increasing cloud cover through the night as well. So take a look at the region here, checking out those current temperatures. 46 degrees in Pahrump, 41 in Indian Springs, 45 down in Boulder City. Laughlin on the warmer side, 54 degrees right now. So talking about some of those cooler temperatures we saw today, well, we saw daytime highs that we hadn't seen them be this cool since about February 5th. So we're definitely starting to creep into those wintertime, or what feels like wintertime temperatures. 48 degrees there across the west side and into the Northwest Valley, even into Aliante, 48 degrees there. In the Northeast Valley near Nellis Air Force Base, we did creep above that 50-degree mark there. In the Southwest near Rhodes Ranch, Spring Valley, Mountain's Edge, teetering there between 48 and 50 degrees. In Anthem, Southern Highlands, Green Valley, the same story there. And as we fly all the way out to the east near Boulder City, we were 49 degrees. That high at Lake Mead reaching 54 there. Tomorrow we will still be breezy and cool. There will be some sun out there. We'll reach a high of 59 degrees. Those winds remaining out of the north-northwest, moving at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Breaking this down hour by hour. We're going to start on the chilly side, 36 degrees if you're waking up at 7 a.m. and then heating up to 53 by noon, 55 degrees by 4 o'clock. The winds will be a little bit light, just moving out the north-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Looking at our future track right now, future cast rather, we're not seeing much to talk about. Maybe some isolated cloud cloud cover possibly. Maybe a chance though for a couple sprinkles. This would be Thursday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We have seen in the past a lot of these storms, when they try to make their way here and Futurecast brings them up, they usually dissipate before they make their way into the valley. Just something to monitor there. Over the next 7 days, you can expect those really nice conditions. Those temperatures will remain in the 50s. Some of those lows will remain in the upper 40s.
All right, pretty chilly temperatures heading our way. Thank you for that, Austin. Well, right now it is the race against time to get those holiday gifts on time. So tonight we are breaking down the oh-so-important deadlines. And welcome back tonight. Well, it certainly is crunch time for gift givers who want their presents to arrive under the tree on time. And this year, the shipping deadlines, they are a lot earlier than usual, but there are some workarounds. And as ABC's Faith Abube right now is in Washington, she explains.
From the latest video games to the must-have consoles and gadgets, the challenge this holiday season may not only be in getting your hands on the hottest gifts. The ultimate test, getting those gifts to that special someone in time for Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas.
The COVID-19 pandemic triggering a holiday shopping and shipping season like no other. Analysts at eMarketer predicting shoppers will spend more than $190 billion on holiday gifts online, more than a 35% increase over last year. That potentially translating into 86.3 million packages to be delivered by Christmas.
We're calling it the Ship-a-thon because the obstacles are bigger than they've ever been.
For ground delivery before Christmas, you have until this Tuesday, December 15th to buy, box, and ship via UPS, DHL, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. Retailers like Apple, Best Buy, and Amazon giving shoppers a little more wiggle room, extending their deadlines for some items to the 22nd and 23rd.
Woo! That's not a win. I don't know what is.
For the last-minute shopper, same-day delivery and curbside pickup by major retailers like Target could save the day.
And as with everything else this year, delivery by Christmas is not guaranteed. So bottom line, get those shipments in the mail right away. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Yeah, deadline's coming up quick. All right, well, officially choosing the next president, the Electoral College will meet tomorrow, but President Trump right now is still challenging the results in court. We've got the latest on that. Plus, with many movie theaters shut down, Disney, though, still not slowing their roll out of the big films. Well, a preview of what's to come and also why the movies could soon cost more to watch. Well, the president and his allies, they have lost nearly 50 lawsuits seeking to change the outcome of the election. And time is running out. The Electoral College will cast their votes tomorrow. And here's ABC's Faith Abube with the details.
The 538 members of the Electoral College will cast their votes Monday for president and vice president, the next steps towards making President-elect Joe Biden's victory official. But on Saturday, thousands of people took to the streets in Washington, D.C. in support of President Trump's efforts to change the outcome of the election. Trump and his allies have lost to nearly 50 cases in court since Election Day.
No judge, including the Supreme Court of the United States, has had the courage to allow it to be heard.
The Supreme Court rejecting a second lawsuit aimed at tossing out millions of votes.
The reason the Supreme Court is not taking this is not because of a lack of courage. It's for the same reason that every court has thrown this out. It's a lack of evidence.
A judge President Trump appointed in Wisconsin adding one more defeat Saturday, writing in a decision, quote, he has lost on the merits. And justices on the state's Supreme Court calling the president's efforts un-American.
What you want is you want us to overturn this election so that your king can stay in power.
As the president continues to make his baseless claims about a rigged election, Republicans in Georgia are looking to drive voter turnout for 2 runoff elections. Those races will determine control of the Senate.
We want to make sure that the people that vote in this race are Georgians that are voting for their Georgia senators. So making sure we have election integrity up and down the line is very important to us.
Georgia's Republican Secretary of State says he expects a large voter turnout. Early voting begins tomorrow. Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
Also, senior White House officials, they are set to receive some of the first COVID-19 vaccines available in the U.S. So that is according to an official familiar with the matter. Now, most of the first doses, they are reserved for healthcare workers in high-risk positions. Several White House officials, though, have tested positive for COVID-19 during the pandemic. And, of course, that includes President Trump. Well, back at home, the Nevada Highway Patrol is reminding drivers that it is the law to slow down and move over when you see all those flashing lights or vehicles stopped on the side of the road. In a tweet here, NHP Northern Command says that the trooper involved in this accident, fortunately, wasn't seriously hurt, but saying that this crash could have been prevented. Also, the NHP Southern Command active on social media as well. They posted these photos here indicating that a drunk driver was driving on the rim. The breathalyzer shows a .134 blood alcohol content. The tweet said, quote, "It's not even 9 p.m. yet." All right, out and about today, Austin, really, it was kind of a tale of 2 days, depending on whether or not that sun was behind the clouds or not.
Yeah, really, it depended on where you were, and really throughout the day, you probably saw that cloud cover at some point, and that cloud cover is also being coupled in with these cooler temperatures. We really haven't seen daytime highs be this cool since February of this year. Looking about the valley right now, though, 39 degrees on the west side, 43 up in Centennial Hills, 45 in North Las Vegas, 44 in the Northeast Valley, the same there in Henderson, also in West Henderson, coming in at 44 right now. So it'll be chilly tonight. We will see some of those lows in the mid-30s. Definitely bundle up tonight. Now, the averages through the week, well, those highs, they will remain in the mid-50s. And we will see a lot of sun this week. Really some good news there. We might see some occasional cloud cover as well. And we're going to kind of teeter around that 50-degree mark with those highs this week, maybe a little bit warmer than that. And then we will reach the 60s by next weekend. I'm going to break all this down for you and give you a look at our futurecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Austin, thank you. Well, famed spy novelist John Le Carre died yesterday at the age of 89. Well, his famous works spanning 6 decades, including Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and A Most Wanted Man, both turned into eventually blockbuster films. He also briefly served in British intelligence during the Cold War, which was the topic of so many of his novels. His 26 books have been published in more than 50 countries and 40 languages, according to his website. We're told that he died after a short non-COVID related illness. Well, now with that big announcement from Disney, the company announcing the slate of Star Wars and Marvel projects coming to Disney Plus, and also planning major theater releases as well. And ABC's TJ Holmes now has more.
The streaming wars are heating up as Disney announces a slew of new original programming, hoping to add to its already expectations-shattering 86 million Disney Plus subscribers.
And they're going to take real good care of you.
10 new Star Wars projects are on the way. Hayden Christensen will don Vader's mask alongside Ewan McGregor in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You underestimate my power!
Donald Glover will return as Lando Calrissian in a new series called Lando.
You might want to buckle up, baby.
New Marvel projects are on the way, including Miss Marvel and Secret Invasion starring Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
You want to get personal.
Plus spin-offs, reboots, sequels for some Disney favorites.
Glorious.
2 new series based on Iron Man characters, Tom Hanks in a live-action Pinocchio, and a Buzz Lightyear origin story.
To infinity and beyond!
But while Thursday's announcements revealed a jam-packed Disney Plus slate, there will still be plenty to catch on the big screen. Following last week's controversial decision by Warner Brothers to release all of its upcoming movies on streaming the same day as theaters,
this world is not yet ready for all that you will do.
Disney is committing to releasing their long-awaited blockbusters on the big screen.
I'm done running.
Black Widow and Eternals, both still set to debut in theaters next year.
You got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins will become the first woman filmmaker for a Star Wars film. Rogue Squadron, expected to hit theaters Christmas of 2023, dedicating her first foray into the Rebel Alliance to her late father, a fighter pilot.
Now I found a movie about 2 things I love, so I'm going to see you very soon.
Marvel also revealing that when Black Panther returns to the big screen, producers won't recast the late Chadwick Boseman's role.
His portrayal of T'Challa the Black Panther is iconic It transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character.
Instead, the sequel will focus on other characters from Wakanda now missing its king.
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda.
Yeah, what a movie. Well, that was TJ Holmes reporting. Disney Plus is also raising its monthly access fee as it now adds some more of that content. So now the monthly charge is going up to $7.99.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And we have liftoff.
There you have it, a Sirius XM satellite now in space, all thanks to this Falcon 9 rocket. It launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida this morning. Well, the rocket's reusable booster successfully then returned to Earth. Well, NASA says the rocket has flown some 25 times this year, and SpaceX says that booster now has been recovered 7 times. Well, creating a support system for our veterans in this week's Veterans Voice, the local group using hiking as an outlet to keep them on the right path. Plus,
be that candle that brings light into the world. Do an act of goodness and kindness. We can make the world a lot more and a much better place.
the history of Hanukkah, so what the 8-day celebration really means and why the tradition is so much more this year. And also don't forget to download the 13 Action News app featuring live streaming, video on demand, and interactive weather radar. It is free in the App Store and in Google Play. We'll be right back.
And our temperatures continue to drop through the night. Right now, we're 45 degrees at McCarran Airport. Some of the winds remaining out of the east right now, moving at 5 miles per hour. So we are going to drop in temperatures down to 35 degrees this evening. It'll be cold and calm, and you will see that increasing cloud cover as well. Again, those winds remaining on the calmer side. Looking about the region, 46 degrees right now in Pahrump, 41 up in Indian Springs, 45 down in Boulder City. Laughlin heating up there to 52 degrees. Now, talking about some of those highs that we saw today, well, we saw some daytime highs that we haven't seen them be this cool as much as they were back in February. So we were 48 degrees across the west side and then up into the Northwest Valley over there, also into Aliante. The Northeast Valley heating up just above 50 degrees there. The Southwest, Rhodes Ranch, Spring Valley, and Mountain's Edge all teetering around 48 and 50 degrees. Going down to Anthem and Henderson, right around 49 degrees. Green Valley reaching up to 50, and then going all the way east to Henderson, Boulder City, dropping down there to 49 degrees, and Lake Mead heating up to 54 as well. Tomorrow we'll see breezy and cool conditions. There will be a lot of sun out there. 59 degrees will be your high. The winds moving from 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the north-northwest. Bringing that down hour by hour, we will start on the cooler side, 36 degrees at 7 a.m., but then we will heat up to 53 by noon and 55 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There will be a lot of sun out there, maybe a little bit of that cloud cover tomorrow morning. The future cast, we're talking about not too much in terms of cloud cover or any rain, but we do see maybe a possibility for some sprinkles on Thursday. This will be right around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, how we've really noticed this really play out before is we'll see these rain bands possibly move our direction, but they pretty much dissipate by the time they actually get to the valley. So maybe just some cloud cover, we'll see with that. This is all part of a couple of weather systems that we are seeing move through the Southwest and the Pacific Northwest, but all of them pretty much clearing out before they even reach Nevada as well. Those forecasted highs, we were 2 degrees above average today, and you see we'll kind of continue that trend tomorrow and into Monday and Tuesday. Looking at your 7-day planner, we'll be 56 degrees for your high again tomorrow. We'll cool down Tuesday and Wednesday. By next weekend, we could reach up to 60 degrees.
Well, the transition from military life to civilian life certainly can be a struggle for our veterans. And you got to mix in then that isolation from this pandemic.